This is Matthew Tragesser with the Federation for American Immigration Reform. It's about 2 a.m. right now, and we're in the Rio Grande Valley in southern Texas. We've been here for about an hour, and we have seen more than 100 migrants approximately apprehended by immigration officials. The vast majority of these individuals are unaccompanied minors and family units. We're still in the Rio Grande Valley, and we moved location a little bit. We're about a mile away from our last recording. As you can see, there's now a bus by immigration authorities where apprehended migrants are expected to board it. This scene right now just shows how broken our immigration system is under President Biden. Migrants are no longer trying to evade immigration officials. They want to be apprehended. This is a full-blown crisis. We've been here for just a few hours now, and even at 3 in the morning, there are large numbers of migrants coming from across Rio Grande, which is about a mile that way, and it is truly a tragic scene. All right, we are in the La Joya region of the Rio Grande Valley, and as you can see behind me, there are a number of migrants who were just apprehended by Customs and Border Protection officials. We were here actually just 12 hours ago at around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and more than 100 individuals were apprehended in the same exact region, mainly unaccompanied minors, mainly family units, and this seems to be a very hot location for illegal migration. The Rio Grande River is just a few hundred yards away from us. It separates the U.S. from Mexico. And a lot of these migrants will cross that river to enter the country illegally and then actually surrender themselves to Customs and Border Protection officials because they know that once they're detained, they have virtually no chance of being removed from the country, and they kind of disappear into the interior of the country. All right, we are still in the Rio Grande Valley sector, and right behind me is President Trump's border wall, which he constructed between 2016 and 2020. He built more than 400 miles of this southern border wall. And it may look pretty small on your screen, but I can tell you right now, it's about 100 yards away from me. It stands at about 20 to 30 feet tall. It is huge. This has helped secure our southern border. It has made it as fortified as possible. Now, unfortunately, if you look over on this side, President Biden has halted all wall construction. So there's literally construction and cranes on the opposite side of this fence here, but they can't build any more border wall. And this is why, or partially why, so many migrants are coming to this region. We've seen surges in unaccompanied minors, surges in family units, and really the only thing separating the U.S. from Mexico here is the Rio Grande River. There's no border wall for the vast majority of this sector down there. And President Biden has really jeopardized our security, our nation's security, by doing that. We're in a different part of the Rio Grande Valley this afternoon in a small town called Los Ebanos. Right behind me, you can see a ton of vegetation and brush, which kind of represents the Rio Grande Valley as a whole. There's not a lot of border barrier here. We all know that President Biden, as soon as he entered the Oval Office, he halted all border wall construction. And right behind me is actually just 100 yards away or less is the Rio Grande River, where a lot of migrants, especially family units, unaccompanied minors, crossed to enter the country illegally. It's a very dangerous river. Just last week, a 9-year-old child died in this same exact river just behind us here. In the last year, this region has become a hotspot for illegal migration. Just to give some numbers here, unaccompanied minors have increased by more than 100% in this region in just 1 year. Family units also more than 100% increase in 1 year. And single adults have also increased by more than 160%. And all this is directly in response to the Biden administration's reckless immigration messaging, encouraging migrants to come here illegally. A lot of their policies in general, suspending migrant protection protocols, halting wall construction, those items have incentivized migrants to come here illegally from all across the world, but especially from the Northern Triangle countries of Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador.